there's the main server. I tried to contact the person, okay, Gaurav Duwadi, okay, he is a marketing officer. उहाँले के भन्नुभयो भन्दाखेरि हिजो फोन गर्दाखेरि हाम्रो चाहिँ टायर 3 मा हाम्रो डाटा सेन्टर छ अनि त्यसपछि हि डिस्कस अबाउट प्याक हो कि प्याक टाइपको उनीहरुको कुलिङ मेकानिजम छ अनि मैले सोधे अरु डिटेल्सहरु सोध्न खोजेको थिएँ उहाँले के भन्नुभयो भन्दा अहिले अफिस केको लागि हो भनेर सोध्नु भएको थियो मैले यो टिचिङ गर्छु र स्टुडेन्टहरुको इन्फर्मेसनको लागि हो भनेपछि उहाँले चाहिँ यो चाहिँ अफिस आवरमा कुरा नगरौँ मेबी हि डिडन्ट ह्याभ टु मच इन्फर्मेसन अबाउट द डेटा सेन्टर ओके अनि त्यसपछि उहाँले अफिस आवरमा कुरा नगरौँ भनेर राखिदिनु भयो ओके बट इभन देन what I'll show you is the agreement we had with the Cloud Himalaya and it has got some specifications okay त्यति क्लियरली छैन उहाँले टायर 3 भन्नुभयो but I don't think it's actually टायर 3 उहाँले भने जस्तै but let's have a look. So let's see the agreement what we had with Cloud Himalaya and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, do you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Cloud Himalaya?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the agreement. Okay, this is the agreement with Cloud Himalaya and it's in Thapatali. Okay. And it's related to physical co-location SLA, okay, service level agreement, and it says highly confidential, okay, so because this is the agreement. So here they have their objective and blah 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 agreement service objective. So it says the data center will be available 99.794 of the time during the defined service hours. So what is this? 99.794. Which tire is this? Do you remember which tire is this? Anyone? The tire here. Is tire 2, no?
Yes.
He told me tire 3, but it's tire 2. Okay. So physical co-location service, rack space in the service provider data center with dual power supplies. So there are 2 power supplies, and the UPS power in +1 battery back power. Okay. Appropriate cooling and temperature sensors. So temperature will be set as per international data center norms and compliance. So there is no indication what the temperature is. Okay. Normally, I think they would put around 20-25 and humidity around 40-45. That's my guess. Physical co-location service does not include the following. So maintenance of DV, they are not going to maintain. That depends on the customer's side. Okay. The service provider will monitor the co-location server for customer and provide notification on an opt-in basis, which is strongly recommended. Service provider will communicate outages affecting the service to the contact. A commercial data center service co-location to you, okay? For 2U space, you have to pay 20,000 a month. Costs. And then the price mentioned is only for 0.5 watt power supply. The price for additional power requirement more than 0.5 kilowatt means 500 watt. Okay, will be settled with mutual understanding. तपाईँको high लिने server छ भने they will charge you more. The contract terms shall be for 5 years with increment of 10% in every year. Okay, and so increasing fuel and tariff more than 10% need to be adjusted, be reflecting in price. All taxes, okay. So naturally, in case of major machinery, indefinite blockade, natural disaster, political strike, both parties agree to resolve. If the customer wants to increase the tax base, the rate will be defined as per understanding between the parties. Customer is not allowed to sell, lease, or sublease rack to third parties. So if you have your space, you are not allowed to lease to other. So they have here incident management and service goals. Okay. So you have these 4 hours of urgent issues and 1 business day normal priority issues. So escalation and procedure. So if they have inquiry, okay, or some maintenance or other abnormal issues or very urgent issues, okay. So these are the contact details. So what to do? Service availability is 24 hours, 7 days a week, and 365 days a year. Except in necessary plan interruptions for service, upgrades and reconfigurations. The service provider will minimize the number of durations of these interruptions. Okay. The service attempt to coordinate with all affected customers to schedule the interruptions for the times least descriptive to the customers. Escalation procedures, outages, notifications, okay? Have security, okay? Physical access to the data center is managed by the service provider's network operation center, YANOC. Vijay, this is YANOC Network Operation Center. Access is restricted to authorized personnel and those escorted by authorized personnel. Authorized persons who are not service providers staff are required to sign in each time they enter the data center, and the time spent in the data center is tracked. Any change have to be reviewed by customer and data center manager prior to 3 days for PRD and DR environment. The change request must include type of changes, change description, impact, start and closing windows, backup plan, and resource conducing the change. There are no exceptions. So exclusions, okay. I'll put this I'll upload this so you can have a look for details about this one. And then service requirement from the customer side, okay. And then so this is more important to us, okay. Our co-location space, raised floor. So we have got this raised floor room equipment with server cabinets, redundant power with N+1 UPS, okay. So it has got raised floor, cloud, Himalaya, internet connectivity, IT facilities to support system administrators in setting up and supporting systems without logging to any equipment. System monitoring and notification at the customer's request, and physical security and restricted access. Management of climate control means temperature, rodent control, okay, rats, fire suppression, and power systems. So data center, what are the facilities provided by data center? By Cloud Himalaya. So raised floor space provides an environmentally controlled facility for housing servers and related IT equipment, including high quality enclosures for storage of industry standard ECA 310, okay, 19-inch rack mount hardware. Normally they are 19 inch, no? routers or servers, they are 19-inch. So that's the width. Dual high-quality PDUs at each rack. So 2 power sources, 2 power units, okay, PDUs. Rack from dual PDM for redundant connections to power supply. Top of rack. So we are not using middle of the rack or end of rack. It uses top of rack switches for redundant connectivity. And patch cables for connecting servers to top of rack switches. So power and backup. Three levels of power supplies systems are used, including city power of NEA and diesel generator systems. These all power supplies are synchronized. Diesel fuel storage is installed within the building premises. Order of power supply systems are as follows: primary power source, city power supply NEA, okay. Building transformer on use, Cloud Himalaya dedicated transformer connection in process. So it was a few years ago. So by this time, I think they have got their own transformer. Second, power source, okay, building generator on standby, and tertiary power source, Cloud Himalaya dedicated generator on standby. So two generators. That's said it's available. Network, fully redundant network architectures are all available. Okay, 24/7 help desk and network support. Monitoring system for all racks, accessories, and network equipment. Multiple ISP options available for clients. Premium connection available as per your request. And then security, physical security, 24/7 CCTV recording and monitoring. Monitored, and 24/7 security guard, biometric security access. Okay, so they have used biometric for security. Multiple level of security checks, strict access, process and procedure implementation. So no one is allowed, okay? Without authorization, no one is allowed to access the server. 2 levels of access restriction maintained to enter the DC room. Every action within the data center are monitored by Cloud Himalaya staff. Okay, CS means Cloud Himalaya staff, to ensure that clients maintain their own intended device, customer rack, visibility and footage provided when required for 14 days as requested by customer. And then cooling, space maintenance, okay. HVAC, okay. HVAC cooling system is implemented in DC with redundancy maintained. So all monitoring and controlling done in NOC, okay. Network Operation Center room for the installed HVAC. And Snyder pack, this is what he told me. Okay, precision air cooling is used N+1 mode for rack cooling, which release chilly air from downward, suck hot air from the top of the rack and send it to pack for further cooling. And then for fire detection and suppression, it uses FM200. Okay, gas has been used for fire suppression in DC room as well as UPS room with following features. Early warning detection system, individually joined. The action fire suppression system, maintenance of all sensors and alarms, maintenance of fire suppression systems, and monitoring of and response to all related alerts and alarms, compliance with relevant certifications and fire code requirements. Okay, I think it gave you some view, okay, about what the status of data centers in Nepal are. Okay, so did you get something? Did you understand?
Yes.
Vijay?
Yes, sir. अनि तपाईको यो पावर सप्लाईमा चाहिँ दुईटा जेनेरेटर राख्दाखेरि नि N+1 नै हुन्छ
N+1 to be tier 3 हुनको लागि हुँदा त मलाई हिजो गौरवले चाहिँ गौरव द्वारी हो कि his name was, he told me they had tier 3 तर tier 3 हुनको लागि चाहिँ दुईटा इन्डिपेन्डेन्ट पावर सोर्स हुनु पर्यो कि दुईटा युटिलिटी NEA जस्तो दुईटा भयो भने मात्रै टायर 3 हुन्छ हैन तपाईले जतिवटा राख्नु N+ त्यो भनेको N+2 भयो के दुईटा जेनेरेटर राख्दा ओके N+1 हैन कि N+2 so it's still tier 2 not tier 3 I wouldn't say they are tier 3. Okay, they are tier 2. Okay, Vijay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let's start with the new chapter. I'll upload it and you can go through this one. Okay?
अनि सर यो कुलिङ सिस्टमको त केही कुरा गरे हैन हैन त
Cooling system छ नि HVAC छ नि. If you see here, cooling मा छ नि, was it? HVAC र tap भन्ने छ कि तिनीहरुको. यहाँ cooling system छ नि. You can see I went through, no? Cooling system, HVAC cooling is implemented in DC room with redundancy maintained. Right? All monitoring system done in the NRC for installed HVAC system. Snyder pack, okay, precision access cooling. This is what they use, and in terms of N+1. So this is tier 2. N+1, the tier 2 or tier 3 मा implement हुन्छ हैन. तर उनीहरुको अरु सिस्टमहरु टायर 2 मा भएको हुनाले this is, you can either say cooling is in tier 3 तर utility tier 3 मा छैन, त्यही भएर I would say tier 2. Okay, okay Vijay?
Okay sir.
Okay, now let's move on to the new topic. Okay, the new topic is electrical distribution system. So what यसमा पनि धेरै जस्तो चाहिँ अलि टेक्निकल छ. Okay, so let's go through this one. So new terms will be switchgear like you, जस्तै बसहरुको गियर हुन्छ, it changes the speed, हैन. अनि in data center we have the switchgear that will change the utility. Okay, utility supply नै change गर्छ हैन. We have got the switchboard. We'll look what the switchboards are. Then there is generator, UPS, PDUs. Okay, PDUs, there are two types of PDUs. One is PDU for distribution to different areas, and another is rack PDU. Rack PDU भनेको rack मा चाहिँ equipment-हरुलाई दिने PDUs. Okay, तर power distribution unit-हरु मा चाहिँ transformer हुन्छ के PDUs मा. And then you have this automatic throwover. Automatic throwover भनेको नि is like a switch gear. Okay, so it automatically switches to another supply. Then we will discuss about conductor, conduits, and breakers. Okay, so data center power feed classifications, we have done this before as well. Most of the data centers you speak to will refer to the facility as having dual feeds from the utility. Data center power feeds classifications: class 1, class 2, class 3, and class 4. So we discussed about 4 types of power feed classifications. And then this is just a review. Okay, I have done this before in tire. So number of utility feeds to the site. So class 1, single feed, single substation. So only एउटा यानी जस्तो एउटा भयो, अनि त्यसपछि it has got single line of connection. But sometimes, like, you can have dual feed, single substation. The एउटै source हो, okay, but you have multiple substation with the supply. You can see there are 2 parts of power transfer, feed A and feed B, but it has got a single substation. Then you have got dual feed, dual substation. Okay, in this case most of the time दुईटा substation भन्नुको मतलब for redundancy एउटै provider नभएर दुईटा provider. Okay, 2 different providers, so 2 different substations, but they have got the single feed. Okay, and then the fourth is dual feed, so you have 2 different NEAs. Okay, and then you have got 2 different connections or multiple feeds. Okay, so individually you provide power transfer, okay, to each of the transformer in data center. So you have got 4 types of power feed classifications: single feed, single substation, dual feed, single substation, and dual feed, dual substation, and then dual feed fully redundant. Fully redundant भनेको एउटामा जस्तै एउटा power connection मा समस्या आयो भने पनि other is fully operational. Okay, so there is no issues, there is no outage when you have full dual feed or fully redundant connectivity with power. Voltage, current, and power. So I go back to your school books. Okay, school books. Now I think you know about what is voltage, what is current, and what is power. If you compare electricity flowing through a wire to water flowing through a pipe, the voltage is the requirement to the pressure that the water is under to make it flow through the pipe. A pipe ma त्यो पानी बगाउनको लागि जुन force use गर्छ, we compare that to the voltage. Okay. While the current is the equivalent to the amount of water flowing through the pipe. Of pipe सानो छ कि ठुलो छ भनेर चाहिँ the current. Okay. Current provides the details. Okay. Current provides the how much the capacity of the force or voltage. So in this case, we have high voltages which are normally used. Of voltage जति volt पनि use गर्ने भन्ने हुँदैन. High voltage को terms मा 13 kVA. In terms of Nepal, we have 11 kVA. Okay. तर बाहिरतिर 13 kVA, 26 kVA, 69 kV. Okay. kV को लाइन हाम्रो यो बाटोमा भएको चाहिँ 11 kV को लाइन. Okay. माथि तीनटा तार देख्नुहुन्छ भने पोल माथिको, that is 11 kV line. And then if you see बिजेपुरतिर त्यो ठुलो तारमा देख्नु भएको चाहिँ 132 kV को लाइन हो. Okay, so high tension lines. Data center will specify that maximum power for the site in the terms of 100 MVA or scalable to 220 MVA. Okay, kV भनेको mega. Now kilowatt mega. Volt ampere. Okay, MVA we call it. And the factor between volt, watt, okay, watt kVA, MVA ma 0.8. Means if you have 120, 100 kVA भनेको it's nearly 80 watts. Okay, 100 kilo or 1 kilowatt, 100 watt. Sorry, let's say 1000 watt. 1000 watt भनेको 100, 1000 watt भनेको चाहिँ 800 kilowatt. 800 watts, sorry, not kilowatt. Okay, so it's reduced 0.8. And medium voltage can be used in two different solutions. In the power distribution portion of the end-to-end environment utility side will range from 600 volt to 35,000 volts. Okay, that's medium voltage. Okay, and then however medium voltage distribution within the data center is in the range of 400 to 480 volts. तपाईहरुले त्यो बाटोमा भएको देख्नु भयो भने I think that's 440 watts maybe. Okay, or 200 हाम्रोमा त 200 watts 200 volt को छ, yeah, not 400. Okay, some manufacturing companies they have got 400 volts. Okay, otherwise normally हाम्रो घरको लागि चाहिँ 220 volts. Okay, so medium voltage say 400 normally in data center they use 400 to 480 volts. The new data centers are using medium voltage distribution environment in 4.14 kilovolt. Okay, low voltage, this is the actual electricity that is distributed to your rack. In the US, it's most often be 208 volts or some instance 120 volts. In other parts of the world, low voltage distribution will be 230 volts or 240 volts. Okay, normally 240 volts. And then power in watts is defined as the product of voltage, okay, multiplied by the current. If you multiply voltage into current, then it will give you the power. So if it's 230 volts into 1 ampere is 230 watts. Okay, so you multiply voltage and current, you'll get the power. AC and DC, I think is also the thing you have learned through your school books. AC भनेको this is for higher. जस्तै लङ डिस्टेन्सको लागि हामीले AC युज गर्छौँ भने सानो इक्विपमेन्ट्सको लागि हामीले DC युज गर्छौँ. Okay, and these are two different type of currents, totally different. DC currentहरू चाहिँ they have got terminals, positive and negative, but AC currents, they have got frequency, okay, no terminals. So DC, voltage source moves electron in one direction because you have positive and negative like batteries. And circuit components react to the force so that electron completes the circuit with no energy to be pushed again by the voltage source. Typically, end user voltage is 12, 24, 48, 380, 575. So there is body use 12 volts, okay? Or sometime for your motherboards or 3 volts, 5 volts, 6 volts, 9 volts. And router, TP-Link router 9 volts. But it's 6 volts. 3 volts also commonly used, okay? Like battery at the radio, sensor radio, 3 volts, 1.5 volts. Okay. High voltage, if you go beyond DC 48 volts from the mathi it can be very what do you call it, to fire, okay? It's susceptible to fire. There is the inverter, 48 volts and the mathi sensitive DC मा त प्राय त्यो 12 भोल्टमा 50 भोल्ट सम्म DC मा चाहिँ करेन्ट लाग्दैन है तर तपाईको जस्तै because I have worked with solar system 96 भोल्ट DC मा चाहिँ तपाईको मज्जाले करेन्ट लाग्छ like AC जस्तै ब्याट्री टर्मिनलमा तपाईले छुनु भयो भने you will get a shock, electrical shock, and it's quite heavy one, okay? So there is to alikati safe उसमा चाहिँ 48 volts DC को चाहिँ 48 volt ठिक्क हुन्छ त्यो भन्दा माथि चाहिँ हाई करेन्ट ब्याट्री को केसमा चाहिँ ब्याट्रीहरुमा हाई करेन्ट भएको हुनाले it can be dangerous. There could be explosions, there could be fires, so risks of fire, explosions हरु चाहिँ एकदम हाई हुन्छ if you have system at 48 volts in DC. Okay. In case of AC, alternating currents, voltage source move electrons back and forth. Okay, that's why we have frequency like a cycle. Components react in the same way as with the DC circuit. Typical end uses voltage low 120, 208, 240, 277 or 480, and medium or high is 4160 to 13.8 kilovolt. Okay, hamroमा चाहिँ 11 kilovolt medium AC, okay, voltage, and then low is 240. Practical in our community. Low ma 240 ra 480, okay, high ma चाहिँ 11 kilovolt. That's what we use in Nepal. One phase and three phase. तपाईहरुले देख्न सक्नुहुन्छ जस्तै काठको काम गर्ने मिलरमा अनि कुनै जस्तै पम्पिङ गर्नुपर्ने मोटरहरु चलाउनु पर्ने ठाउँमा चाहिँ we have three phase, but घरको लागि we use single phase, okay, and the cost is different. तपाईले three phase राख्नु भयो भने I think minimum you pay is 5,000, okay. A single phase मा minimum चाहिँ त्यही अनुसार छ, कति एम्पियर को राखेको छ त्यही अनुसार छ. Three phase राख्दाखेरि चाहिँ अलि महँगो पर्छ. A single phase a single branch provides power and is coupled with a neutral line to complete this electrical load. तपाईको single phase मा चाहिँ घरमा के आउँछ त बिजुलीको दुईटा तार आउँछ हैन. So one is neutral and one is live wire. In three phase, all three phase of the power are used to support heavier loads. तीनटै phase मा के आउँछ त heavy load आउँछ. Or neutral can be provided but may not be necessary. Neutral चाहिँ provide गर्दा नि हुन्छ नगर्दा नि हुन्छ, but in three phase you have got these three different wires, okay, especially for motors. Motorहरु चलाउनको लागि चाहिँ heavy heavy load चलाउनको लागि चाहिँ 2 phase भन्दा 3 phase is more preferred. Okay, त्यही भएर काठको काम गर्ने ठाउँहरुमा okay फर्निचरहरुमा गएर हेर्नुभयो भने basically they have got these 3 phase transformers for the 3 phase motors. Okay, power equipments. So list of power equipments in data center. We have this utility, okay, like NEA. We have got switch gears to switch from one to another. Like we change the gear, okay. So here utility go, utility change like we have got switch gear. We have got switchboard, okay, for distribution. We have got generators for additional power supply. And then we have got uninterruptible power supply UPS, power distribution units, PDUs, and then remote power panel, and then rack PDUs. Rack PDUs are like your multi-plug. घरमा तपाईहरुको multi-plug जस्तो हुन्छ त्यस्तै नै के हुन्छ त rack PDUs हरु हुन्छ. So how does the power flow in data center? So you can see here you have got utility or generator. Okay, utility multiple utilities. If it's tier 3 or tier 4, you can have 2 different utilities. Okay, in the West, हाम्रो केसमा चाहिँ छैन, 1 utility and 1 generator. Then we have got this switch gear and distribution. Okay, switch gear भनेको जस्तै in case there is no power from the utility, यहाँनिरको line break भयो, then you have to switch to generators. Then the switch gear will automatically switch to generators. Okay, and then you have this UPS, uninterruptible power supply. तपाईको के हुन्छ जस्तै युटिलिटी झ्याप्प गयो, झ्याप्प जाने बित्तिकै तपाईको UPS ले के गर्छ त, it will tolerate around 20 minutes, हैन, 20 minutes सम्म. त्यसपछि के हुन्छ, अब डाटा सेन्टरको मान्छेले युटिलिटीलाई कन्ट्याक्ट गर्छ. So how long will there be outage? If they say okay power चाहिँ 10 minutes भित्र ब्याक हुन्छ भनेर भन्यो भने, then they won't start the generator. Okay, they will hold on for 20 minutes, 10 minutes. अब 10 minutes मा ब्याक आयो भने ब्याक आयो, then they can wait for another 10 minutes. Okay, 20 minutes को interval. If there is no way of there is no sight of utility coming back, then they will switch on to generators. Okay, and that's with the help of switchgear. And especially you have got this UPS. So UPS consists of batteries, okay, battery backup, which will provide the supply. And there is power distribution unit, PDUs, which has got the transformer also there, okay, different just the data center ko multiple locations ko लागि power distribute गर्ने unit हो. It can comprise of different transformers, okay. And then you have these remote power panels which may or may not be present, okay. हरेक केसमा remote power panel हुन्छ भन्ने त हुँदैन. Then these to provide the power from power distribution unit to rack PDUs. And rack PDUs भनेको चाहिँ they are very similar to your multi-plug, हैन, multiple जस्तै तपाईको router, switches, and then your servers तिनीहरुलाई power दिनको लागि we have this rack PDUs. Data center electrical path, voltage is transformed down as power goes downstream. Each step has control and safeguards. र हरेक जुन यो स्विच गियरमा हुन्छ हैन, यो हाई भोल्टेज आएको हुन्छ, यसमा त्यही अनुसारको प्रोटेक्सन्सहरु हुन्छ. Then you have this UPS, it has also got the protections. And फेरि power distribution unitमा you have got the circuit breakers and everything, okay, there is also protection. अनि you have got this RPP, त्यहाँ पनि त्यस्तै भयो. rack PDUsमा पनि you have got fuses and there are also protections. So in each step protection and safeguards are maintained. Redundant electrical paths. So depending upon the tire, हैन, टायरको कुन टायरमा छ डाटा सेन्टर त्यही अनुसारको उनीहरुको redundant path हुन्छ. If you see this first figure, okay, this is tire 1, okay, you have this utility power, then त्यसपछि it goes to main power panel, okay, and then there is a auto transfer switch, okay, which can is like a switch gear, हैन. यदि युटिलिटीबाट आएन भने Then it switches to backup generator. Then there is power panel, and then there is MBP, which is main breaker panel. Okay, के issues आयो भने totally disconnect हुने. Okay, for safety, and this main breaker panel is connected to UPS. Okay, this provides different source. So, and then finally the connection is to PDU. Okay, PDU where your servers are connected, and you have these rack PDUs where your servers and devices are connected. In case of tier 4, okay, in case of tier 4, you can see here you have got 2N fully redundant system. This is in tier 4. Okay, and you have multiple path, utility power grid B and grid A. Okay, and you have exactly the replicate copy of utility path from the first one. And एउटाको केसमा एउटा pathमा issue आयो भने पनि it can be resolved through the another path. Okay, so this is how the utility is maintained. You have got simultaneously एउटा utility pathमा तपाईको backup generator छ भने अर्कोमा नि backup generator छ, यता UPS छ भने अर्कोमा नि UPS छ. So if you want to build a tier 4, okay, it can be very expensive because it's like building two tier 1 data center. तपाईको tier 1 को data center build गर्न जति cost लाग्छ, it costs you more than building 2 data centers of tier 1. Redundant electrical path. So redundant electrical path can continue to PDU level. सुरुबाटै हैन, युटिलिटीबाटै तपाईको PDU सम्म all path is redundant. Okay, row or rack mounted PDUs provide an A and B service. तपाईले फिगरमा देख्नु भयो भने there is one red and then there is another blue. So both of them are connected, okay, to each of the servers. So it provides you with additional path. Okay, if one has got the issue, the operation continues with the another path. Okay, so you can see here two different paths for utility, and this is tier 4 system. Okay, it's only tier 4 which provides two. Tier 3 can provide 2 paths, okay, but not redundant. Okay, not redundant. All the components are not redundant in tier 3, but in tier 4, all of the components must be redundant. That's the difference between tier 3 and tier 4. Substations. I think you are used to these substations, हैन? तपाईले यो अमरसिंह चोक उता देख्नु भयो भने that's the substation, right? And also on the way to Kathmandu, you can see substation near Mugling, Abu Khairani. There is also another substation. Okay, so usually for distribution of power, may have transformer to change voltages, often stepping down at customer side. The data centers may have several utility power supplies, each with their own substation. तपाईको जुन 132 kVA को लाइन लिएर छ अमरसिंह चोकमा, त्यो 132 kVA को घर घरमा पुराउन त मिलेन. So now transformer use गरेर that has been converted into 440 volts. Okay, and that 440 that has been converted into 11 kVA. 11 kVA मा कन्भर्ट भएर त्यसपछि बाटोको सबभन्दा माथिल्लो तीनटा वायर चाहिँ it is 11 kVA. Okay, 11,000 volts, and त्यसलाई फेरि is converted into 240. Okay, 240, and that reaches to our homes. Okay, so may have transformer to change voltages and often stepping down at the customer side. Data center may have several utility power supplies, each with their own substations. So you have incoming power. In case of our case, it's 132 kVA, and then that's downstepped to 11 kVA. Okay. Transformer, there are various types of transformer that's used. Okay, so AC transformer, there are AC transformer, DC transformer. AC three-phase power transformers have 3 windings to convert voltages for the A, B, and C phases. Okay, three-phase ma transfer गर्ने चाहिँ they have got 3 windings भनेको तारको तीनटा लाइक फ्यान खोलेर हेर्नुभयो भने त्यहाँ वाइन्डिङ्सहरू तारको वाइन्डिङ्सहरू हुन्छ तार बेरिएको हुन्छ ओके तारको गोलो मुठा जस्तो हुन्छ that's known as winding. So in 3 phase you have got ABC phases, okay, 3 windings. And medium voltage transformer can be dry or and liquid type. कुनै कुनै ट्रान्सफर्मरहरू dry type हुन सक्छ or liquid type हुन सक्छ. Typical ratings of transformer are from 225 kVA to 10,000 kVA. Okay. Capacities can be increased by adding fans. Transformer are rated by 2 kVA, 6 kVA, 15, 20, 75, 112, 50, 150, 225, 300, 500, 750, or 1000 kVA. Okay, so different type of transformer depending upon the requirement. And this type of transformer, they convert voltages. Transformer ko kaam ke गर्ने? There are 2 types of transformer. One is step up transformer, okay, and another is step down transformer. Step up transformer भनेको low voltage लाई high voltage मा लैजाने. But there are 2 constraints. जस्तै तपाईले एउटा पावर आछ step down र step up गर्दाखेरि तपाईको जस्तै high voltage आछ. High voltage मा low current हुन्छ. Okay, the current is low. हैन? तर त्यो high voltage लाई तपाईले low voltage मा गर्नुभयो भने voltage घट्छ तर ampere के हुन्छ बढ्छ. Okay, so ampere it will increase because it has to be equal. हैन? थोरै transformer को loss बाहेक त्यो power त equal हुनु पर्यो. So if it's step down, high voltage बाट low voltage मा ल्यायो भने like 10,000 kVA high voltage छ तपाईको बाटोको लाइन अनि तपाईले देख्नु भएको बाटोको ट्रान्सफर्मर छ which provides like 240 volts. त्यसले के हुने भयो त जुन हाई भोल्टेज मा आको भोल्टेज चाहिँ घट्ने भयो 240 मा आउने भयो. तर त्यसमा if it's like 10 ampere, now it will increase. Okay, तपाईको जति मल्टिपलले चाहिँ त्यो भोल्टेज डिक्रिज भएको छ त्यही मल्टिपलले एक्ज्याक्टली सेम मल्टिपल तपाईको करेन्ट चाहिँ इन्क्रिज हुन्छ. ओके, सो स्टेप डाउनमा भोल्टेज घट्ने करेन्ट बढ्ने हुन्छ. सो इट क्यान एकोमोडेट मोर इलेक्ट्रिकल डिभाइस. अनि स्टेप अपमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भोल्टेज बढ्छ करेन्ट घट्छ. ओके, सो देयर आर 2 टाइप्स अफ ट्रान्सफर्मर, स्टेप डाउन एन्ड स्टेप अप. सो तपाईले हेर्नु भएको यसमा चाहिँ दिस आर स्टेप अप ट्रान्सफर्मर्स. यसमा स्टेप डाउन ट्रान्सफर्मर जस्तै 13.8 kVA लाई 4160 भनेको स्टेप डाउन ट्रान्सफर्मर. ओके, 13.8 kVA to 480 volts भनेको this is also step down. But if it's 480 to 13.8 kVA, that is step up transformer. Okay, so it's not included here, just for your information. Switchgear and switchboards, let's go through this one. Switchgear, you can see what the switchgears are. Used mostly for service entrance. तपाईको जुन power feed utility बाट आउँछ यानिबाट आउँछ सबभन्दा पहिला these are entered into the switchgear. Okay, so mostly medium voltage and low voltages. Okay, and high short circuit rating. Okay, usually used on primary side of uninterruptible power supply. तपाईको जुन युटिलिटी बाट आउँछ त्यो चाहिँ हाम्रो युपीएस मा जानु भन्दा पहिला it should go through the switch gear. Okay, पहिला switch gear भएर नै then it goes to the UPS. Breaker compartments for power circuit breakers PCBs offer greater serviceability and fault isolation. तपाईको जस्तै अब डाटा सेन्टरको पनि उसमा डिस्ट्रिब्युट गर्नु पर्यो हैन, जस्तै सेक्सन वाइज देयर आर सेभरल रूम्स. त्यो अनुसारले हाम्रो कोठा कोठाको एमसीबी राख्या जस्तै in switchgear you have got several components. Okay, अब इन्ट्रान्स रूमको एउटा होला हो, टेलिकम्युनिकेसन रूमको एउटा होला, So you have several sections, okay, divided. त्यो गर्दाखेरि कुनैमा एउटा समस्या आयो भने जताततै अफ गर्न नपरोस्. Okay, one section can be turned off. Okay, so it's for isolation. And there's a standard ANSI 3C37.20.1 for low voltage. Okay, if you can follow the standards, Nepalma the standard follow. I think it's not mandatory for standards. Okay, some standards, but not in every cases. Then we have got the switchboard. Switchgear र switchboardको फरक के छ भन्दा usually used mostly on load distribution near the load. Usually used on secondary side of UPS. The standard is UL819. तपाईको switch gear चाहिँ पहिला युटिलिटी र UPS को बीचमा हुन्छ हैन. स्विच बोर्ड्सहरु चाहिँ युटिलिटी र लोडको बीचमा हुन्छ. सो फर्स्ट युटिलिटी आउँछ, त्यहाँबाट स्विच गियर आउँछ, त्यसपछि के आउँछ युपीएस आउँछ र युपीएस पछि स्विच बोर्डहरु आउँछ. स्विच बोर्ड आर अल्सो फर डिस्ट्रिब्युशन्स. ओके, बट फ्रम युपीएस switch gears they interconnect utility and UPS. So you have to understand. Okay, switch gear चाहिँ utility र UPS को बीचमा हुन्छ भने switch boards they reside in between UPS and load. Okay, switch gear, you can see here the components of switch gear. Okay, and then you have these power circuit breakers, and then power circuit breakers भनेको तपाईको MCB जस्तै हो. Okay, with barriers, and then bus bar backs. Okay, there are bars, rear access required for service and connection, medium voltage versions of switchgear for service entrance. There should be a place for entrance of power. Okay, max low voltage, there is standard UL1518 and ANSI C37.20.1. Okay, that's the standard if maintained. And then typical max low voltage rating. Okay, it's 5,000 ampere. So you that's the max low voltage. 5,000 ampere from the body voltage sign. It shouldn't be available, and there is 200 kiloampere IC. Okay, actually I tried to find this one. I haven't yet found what this IC relates to. Okay, that's 200 kiloampere. That's the case, but IC, if someone can let me know, and then please let me know. Okay, यो चीज चाहिँ मैले भेटिन. Try to find this one if you can resolve that one. But max current this switchgear allows is 5,000, and it acts as a protection system. Okay, protection and switching system. अरूभन्दा switch गर्ने र protection system between utility. तपाईको युटिलिटी र जेनेरेटरको बीचमा स्विच गर्नु पर्यो भने this switchgear is used. तपाईको युटिलिटी गयो, झ्याप्प गयो, then generator is connected through this switchgear. Okay, and then you can see here this is the front part. Okay, so section बनाछ थुप्रै. Okay, rear front view र rear back part हो. Okay, so this is these interconnects the main utility and generator to the data center. उनीहरुले switching को काम गर्छ. Okay, these are the components within the switchgear. Okay, basically if you understand that they act as a switching mechanism between the generators and utility, then that should be enough. Switchboard. So switchboard, they reside between the UPS and load. हैन, जस्तै पहिला सुरुमा के हुने भयो, युटिलिटी हुने भयो, स्विच गियर हुने भयो. स्विच गियर चाहिँ जेनेरेटरसँग कनेक्टेड हुने भयो र त्यो स्विच गियर चाहिँ युपीएसमा आउँछ. युपीएसमा आइसकेपछि नाउ UPS बाट चाहिँ के हुन्छ त अब डिस्ट्रिब्युट हुन पर्यो भने it comes to the switchboard. Okay, you can see here this the front panel of switchboard पनि it's like MCB. Okay, it's like MCB. You can sit on off गर्ने धेरै according to the size and requirements. जस्तै heavy requirement को लागि cooling हरुको लागि. Okay, you can see these are bigger ones. Okay, अरूहरुको लागि जस्तै कुनै उसको if there is the load is small, then they use smaller breakers. Okay, that's why you see different types of breakers in use. Commonly used for distribution on secondary side of UPS. Okay, freestanding or against wall front axis. So freestanding भनेर त्यसलाई यताउता सार्न मिल्ने खालको पनि हुन सक्छ स्विच बोर्ड्सहरु अथवा वाल माउन्ट वालमा चाहिँ माउन्ट गरेको स्विच बोर्ड्सहरु पनि हुन सक्छ molded case or low voltage circuit breakers fixed mounted. So you can see these are also circuit breakers. तपाईले MCB अन अफ गर्ने जस्तो देख्नु भएको सानो ठुलो ओके in various sizes. These are the circuit breakers. Okay, and then they're usually up to 4,000 amperes and in terms of 480 volts and 100 kiloampere IC. Okay, so normally voltage in operation is 480 volts. Nepalko predicts matai it is 220 or 240 volts. Okay, and 4,000 ampere. So this is the rear भनेको पछाडीको part. Okay, of UL 1819 switchboard rear part. Typically rear access is not necessary. पछाडीको भाग चाहिँ त्यति युज हुँदैन हैन अगाडीको अन अफ गर्ने मात्रै त अनि सर्किट ब्रेकर्सहरु मात्रै युज भएको हुनाले पछाडीको भाग चाहिँ त्यति रिक्वायरमेन्टको कुरा हैन all logs and service points are front accessible सबै चाहिँ एक्सेस गर्नुपर्ने चाहिँ अगाडि हुन्छ note horizontal cross bus and vertical section bus भनेको जुन तानिएको जस्तै रड्सहरु राखे जस्तो छ हैन so to accommodate those circuit breakers so you can use different type of bus okay cross bus okay horizontal cross bus or vertical section bus तिनीहरुलाई राख्नको लागि So any confusion regarding the topics we discussed, switchgear and switchboards? Anyone? Anyone?
No,
any
sir.
question?
त्यो
त्यसको फंक्सन त्यसको फंक्सन के हो भन्ने बुझे हुन्छ
ओके सर
यस
त्यो केआईसीए भनेको मैले भेटाएछ
What was that?
त्यो सर्किट ब्रेकरको चाहिँ क्यापेसिटी रहेछ त्यसले कति त्यो त्यहाँ लेखेको भ्यालु छ नि 10 केआईसी लेखेछ नि त्यतिसम्मको चाहिँ के रे इन्टरप्ट गर्न सक्ने क्यापेसिटी के
What is the IC?
IC is interruption capacity.
Okay, good. IC interruption capacity. Okay, so it means that it can interrupt.
आफुलाई ड्यामेज नगरिकिन चाहिँ त्यतिसम्म युज गरे ह्यान्डल गर्न सक्ने क्यापेसिटी रहेछ कि
Okay, 1000 kiloampere. Okay, without that kiloampere interruption capacity, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you, Vijay. So let's move on to generators. Generators, I think you are, yes?
Interruption भन्नाले अलिकति त्यसमा एलाबोरेट गर्नु न
Interruption capacity? Interruption capacity, interruption जस्तै तपाईको त्यसले काम गर्छ कि गर्दैन हैन अब त्यो if that is over अघिको केसमा हामीले हेर्यौ हैन जस्तै 100 किलो एम्पियर IC interruption capacity if it is above 100k हैन this component will be out of service यो आफै उड्ने भयो के
यसको के रे यसको फंक्शनल क्यापेसिटी हो त चाहिँ
it can handle त्यतिसम्मको एम्पियर हो नि त त्यो करेन्टको रेटिङ हो नि त यो 100 किलो एम्पियर हो नि हैन 100 किलो एम्पियर सम्म विदाउट ड्यामेज इट क्यान अपरेट तर इफ इट्स लाइक 150 किलो एम्पियर then this will automatically corrupt this system after corrupt हुन्छ you need replacement okay interruption capacity उसले चाहिँ त्यतिसम्म चाहिँ उसले लोड धान्ने भयो भन्ने कुरा if it's like MCB जस्तै भयो भने it might turn off हैन components जुन जस्तै के हुन्छ भन्दा source protectorहरु it source protectorहरुले चाहिँ त्यो सम्मको लिने हैन त्यो सम्मको लिएपछि चाहिँ they will damage themselves okay उ आफै source protector आफै you need replacement and then you have to get a new one okay source protector त्यस्तो हुन्छ so it's what type of protector you are using if it can handle this one either it should turn automatically turn off or it should take the damage okay two options तर त्यो सम्म भन्दा माथि चाहिँ त्यसले टोलरेट नगर्ने कुरा टोलरेट गर्न नसक्ने भयो कि okay above 100 kilo ampere that's the current
मैले के रे अपरेट गर्छ भन्नेको चाहिँ इन्टरप्ट गर्छ भन्ने जस्तो होइन
हैन इन्टरप्ट नहुने इन्टरप्ट गर्छ भनेपछि त त्यो लिंकै बन्द हुने भयो नि interruption capacity okay we done from okay
thank you so
now let's move on to generators so in generators I think most of you have seen generators okay they convert DC okay basically DC into AC तर कति चाहिँ DC generator पनि हुन्छ okay which provides 12 volt supply DC supply but basically most of the generators we use are AC हैन नेपालको केसमा we use 220 to 240 volts AC supply गर्ने खालको generator use गर्छौं and engine generator genset is the combination of electrical generator and an engine prime mover mounted together to form a single piece of equipment usually 3-phase power so in data centers we don't use single phase we use 3-phase diesel generators are common for data center applications many different versions are available very small portable to large turbine installation so it can be very small which are portable and also can be very big massive okay you can see the figures and they are massive generators in terms of kilovolt ampere okay in kilovolt amperes or megavolt amperes primary advantage of engine generator is the ability to independently supply electricity acting as a backup power solution तपाईको अस्ति नै पनि I think it was from Sagun okay so UPS हरको चाहिँ normally okay they are for very short term like 20 minutes 30 minutes tolerate गर्नको लागि मात्र युज गरिन्छ UPS हरु हैन तर कुनै केसमा okay sometimes you can also have for longer hours like 8 hours tolerance okay depends upon your company policy अब कम्पनीले त्यति ड्युरेसनको लागि एक्सपेन्स गर्छ कि गर्दैन हैन तर धेरै जस्तो केसमा चाहिँ युपीएस त्यति धेरै राख्न भन्दा पनि जेनेरेटर राख्दाखेरि सस्तो पर्छ ओके जेनेरेटर जसरी नि राख्न पर्यो त्यसको ठाउँमा फ्युल स्टोरेजको कुरा मात्रै हो हैन त्यही भएर युपीएस सिस्टम त्यत्रो त्यो ठुलो क्यापेसिटीको युपीएस सिस्टम राख्न भन्दा सानो क्यापेसिटीको त्यही आधी घण्टा 20 minutes half an hour हैन त्यस्तो क्यापेसिटीको युपीएस सिस्टम राख्दाखेरि इट्स कस्ट इफेक्टिभ फर डाटा सेन्टर्स ओके तर बडी जस्तै फर लङ ड्युरेसन्स लाइक टायर 4 को केसमा इट्स 96 आवर्स हैन 96 आवर्स भनेको इट्स लाइक 4 days सम्म कन्टिन्युअस जेनेरेटरलाई सप्लाई गर्न सक्ने क्यापेबिलिटीको चाहिँ राख्नुपर्ने हुन्छ ओके सो this should be high capacity generators for the whole data center infrastructure र यदि युटिलिटी को ठाउँमा चाहिँ इनरले के गर्नु पर्यो अपरेट गर्नु पर्यो ओके सो युटिलिटी नभएको केसमा from 8 hours to 96 hours they should be operational
So genset typically include fuel supply. Okay, you have to have fuel, depending upon 8 to 10 hours or 12 hours to 96 hours. Constant engine speed, constant constant engine speed regulator, okay, governor and voltage regulator, okay, and then cooling and exhaust systems, okay, and then lubrication system. Lubrication system means for the oil, okay, lubricate जस्तै which moves होइन जुन चिज मुभ गर्छ तिनीहरूलाई चाहिँ हामीले we have to grease them, we have to put oiling system होइन त्यसको लागि. And then जस्तै जेनेरेटरहरू they heat up, त्यसको लागि बेग्लै कुलिङ तिनीहरूको चाहिँ एक्जस्ट सिस्टमहरू, okay. So these systems also are required for generators. Unit larger than 1 kilowatt rating often have a battery and electric starter motor. तपाईँको 1 kilowatt भन्दा माथिको जेनेरेटरहरू चाहिँ they should have a battery. Normally battery हुन्छ नै, okay. तपाईँको जस्तै like your bike or scooter हैन, ब्याट्री के को लागि युज हुन्छ त, to start up your bike and scooters. त्यसरी नै जेनेरेटरको पनि स्टार्ट गर्नको लागि चाहिँ you need a battery, okay, and the starter motor. Standby power units often include automatic starting system and a transfer switch to disconnect the load from the utility power source and connect it to the generator. So standby power units, they should have automatic starting system हैन. त्यो चाहिँ के हुनु पर्यो, जस्तै अब युटिलिटीबाट आयो भने जेनेरेटरबाट अफ भएर चाहिँ युटिलिटीबाट फेरि पावर के हुनु पर्यो, रिस्टार्ट हुनु पर्यो. त्यस्तो स्विचिङ मेकानिजम पनि it should have. Okay. Okay, I think we have run out of time and we'll do this much for today. Okay, is that all right?
Okay, sir.
And Sagun, are you there? Sagun, listening? Yes or no, Sagun? Okay, so okay, we end up for today. I think Sagun, you missed about the data center. Okay, we had earlier discussed about it, and have a look in the video. I think it's recorded, so you can have this in detail. So catch you up tomorrow. Okay, I'm having phone calls at the moment. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day, and we'll discuss more about it tomorrow.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.